Yes, my name is Sucha Singh. I was born in India, but I've been in England since I was about 4 years old. So it's about 57 years now. And basically all my life I've been here. I did my further studies in London, and I've been involved in the NHS, worked for 28 odd years. The main role was working in the biomedical labs. My main interest always was medical sciences. So the field that I was interested in was biochemistry and immunology. So as I said, I stuck to that, and the last 20 years that I did was based in what we call tissue typing, where they carried out all the work for the kidney transplant program in the West Midlands. Mainly for the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham, and also for the Walsgrave Hospital in Coventry. So they were our main customers. My main route was doing O-levels and A-levels first, and then going on to do a degree, BSc in the biomedical sciences. And then once I started working, I did a further degree, an MSc. Just in immunology, which was just to sort of specialise a little bit, and but all of those qualifications led me into what I was doing. I don't know, it's just from an early age I was really interested in how the body worked, basically, and particularly on how the body functions, and then what happens when things go wrong with the disease systems. So I was always thinking of those sort of things. Initially, I would have possibly liked to have gone into medicine as well, but that didn't happen. So we just sort of moved off into the lab sciences a little bit. That's a difficult one really, because I think whatever direction someone goes into, you actually have to have the aptitude for that, and you have to be interested and motivated yourself within to want to do something. So some people will often tend to go in a direction and find that that's perhaps not for them, and their interests perhaps lie elsewhere. So I think the advice you would perhaps give is, be sure within yourself exactly what you want out of life and what sort of career you actually feel you would be happy with. So it's something that you really need to think hard about at the beginning, rather than stumble along and work out sort of halfway along your career that perhaps this was not the right field for me, and then by that time you've lost quite a big chunk of your life. Well, this is mainly I joined up with Buds because I was always interested in doing voluntary work and charity work. So that was my aim when I took or decided to take early retirement. That is something I would like to do. We've been doing some charity work in India for many years, but I also wanted to continue with something here as well, because I just find it difficult to sit at home all day if you're retired with no great aim in your mind for what you're going to do for the day. So luckily for me, this charity called Buds is based in Smethwick as well, and they're quite close to where I live. So I saw their volunteering banner and went in and had a chat, and just took it from there. Now what Buds basically does is that it's called Better Understanding of Dementia for Sandwell, and so Buds provides services the best they can for people around Sandwell who are suffering with dementia. It's a big problem because the patient who's suffering from dementia, they're probably not aware so much of what's happening with them, but it's a big issue for their family carers. It's something really difficult for them to deal with, because it has a big impact on their life. The main services they provide for people with dementia is that they run clubs all over the borough where we can bring people in, and they can spend 2.5, 3 hours with us, have drinks, lunch, and basically socialise with the other people there as well. And also we try to get them involved in various activities to give the brains a bit of stimulation. So it gives them something to come out for, come out for the day for. And so, and the other thing obviously with that is that it gives their carers a bit of a break for a while. So, we've been doing that. One of the other services we also provide is that any individuals we find that are unsuitable for the clubs for various reasons, we do a befriending service for them. So we have a database of our volunteers who are just involved mainly with befriending. So anybody who can't come to the clubs, our volunteer will actually go to their home and spend a couple of hours with them in their own setting. Again, it's mainly to give the family carers a bit of a break. They can go on and do something for themselves for a while, and also it gives the person with the dementia, somebody different to interact with. So bit of a nice way of passing the time of day, really. My main aim was that I didn't actually want to carry on working all my life just for myself. I was always interested in charity work and voluntary work. So my aim was to take early retirement and do whatever voluntary work that I could. So because I think it's when you're doing voluntary work for nothing, you are actually developing yourself as an individual as well. Your self-esteem, etc. And I think there's a lot more satisfaction in doing something for somebody else rather than just working for yourself all your life. So they were my main thoughts, why I wanted to get involved with voluntary work and charity work.